What's up, guys, and welcome to another BullRush live stream. Today is Friday, May 16th. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida. We just got done with an amazing. Oh, one sec. Why this keeps coming down. We just got done with an amazing event here in South Florida, SBC Summit, where we launched one of our newest product offerings, our sports picking competitions. We'll dive deep into that later in the show here, and I'll explain everything about that to you and answer any of your sports picking competitions. What's up, CHF King? How are you doing, bro? Glad to see you here in the live chat. Like I said, throughout the live stream here, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat, and I'm happy to answer them for you. I just wanted to also welcome all 84,710 BullRush players. We are up to 84,000 players. I remember when we were it was just at the beginning of the year. We only had like 40,000 or something like that. So we've doubled in just those short few months, and we're up to bigger and better and more bigger and better things, and we're only going to get more and more people into this BullRush universe. Like I said, we're going to talk about our event that we just went to, SBC Summit, and I'll give you the rundown of what we did there and what we launched there. We're going to talk about BullRush A Prop, our new prop firm. It's a booking prop firm. It's the only a booking prop firm out there right now with a verified liquidity provider. So we're providing, we're letting you guys know who our liquidity provider is. Right now, I think it's Forex, but we'll get more into that in a little bit, and we'll go over all of that. We're going to talk about the competitions we had this week. We have a Profit Quest ending this today, actually, I believe at 5 p.m. So we're going to get into that. We're going to check out the leaderboard. We're going to see who's winning in that. We're going to check out the monthly and the overall XP leaderboards because there have been some updates there. And we're going to see who's leading those leaderboards. And of course, we're going to go over some of the breaking news stories of this week. We got some huge breaking news stories. We're going to talk about Bitcoin surges to new heights. We're going to be talking about XRP surging to new heights. We're going to be talking about a massive cybersecurity attack on Coinbase and how Coinbase is reacting to it. We're also going to be talking about the new trade updates between China and the US and what's going on there, as well as the Indian foreign exchange and what's happening over there with the rupee and the bank or the Reserve Bank of India. So we got an action-packed show today. We got lots of great things, and who knows, maybe we'll have a giveaway. So tell your friends, get anybody you know to join this live stream because we have enough people. I'll do a giveaway for you guys. Who know and what it is? Surprise. So we don't know what it is. It's a surprise, but if we get there, trust me, you guys won't regret it. So let's dive right in. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of today. So if you don't remember, the top 50 people from our monthly XP leaderboard get passed on into our XP Champions competition, where we're giving away $250 to first place, $100 to second place, and $50 to third place. Yes, CHF King, everybody share the link. I love the love in YouTube. So let's check out the leaderboard without further ado here. So we have our XP monthly leaderboard. Right now we got ABHI071 in first place with a whopping 58,550 XP points. In second place we got Siddharth07, a Titan. He's a trading Titan here, level 18, with 24,579 points. And then close behind him, we got Aman EBT with 21,487. Now, we're only about halfway through the month, so anybody could still catch up to our first placer here, but it's a close race between second, third, and oh wow, look at that, even fourth and fifth are all within just 2,000 XP points of each other. So it'll be real interesting to see who wins this. And please know also, if you place first, second, or third on this, you also win some more money. So I believe it's $750 for first place, $250 for second place, and $100 for third place. So hypothetically, if you place first place in this monthly XP leaderboard, and you also win first place in the XP Champions competition, that's a whopping $1,000 you get to you win from just being active in the BullRush platform. Now, to go over before let's actually take a look at our XP leaderboard. I always like to look at this just because it tells us who is the top of the food chain on BullRush. This is the overall best traders, the best BullRush players, and now the best sports pickers on BullRush. We got in first place Softwork with a whopping 364,904 XP score. Second place we got Master Terrace Ford Best 1986. Our boy, he was in my live yesterday. If you guys missed it at SBC, we went live on Instagram, and I answered some of your guys' question on Instagram. We did a little mini live before this big live here today, and he has a whopping 317,530, just a few behind here, Softworks. I could see him overpassing any day now. And then in third place, we got Iron Man EBT, who's also on our monthly leaderboard with 245,410 XP points. So congratulations to you guys. If you guys ever want to get some inspiration, whether it's trading or now sports picking, make sure to head over to this XP leaderboard, because like I said, these are the most active people in BullRush. Excuse me. These are the most active people in BullRush. So if they're in here, you can always go over here and look at their user stats, and you can see all of the competitions that they've been in. So Softwork here has not created any competitions, and these are his current competitions that he's in, and these are all of his past competitions. So you can see he's gotten first, and you can even see what he's won. So he won a free entry into Profit Quest, a bunch of free entries. He won 75% of the grand prize pool of the Profit Quest 223 to 228, which, if you haven't checked it out, is $1,000. So 75% would be $750. So he won $750 here. He's won some day traders here, and then he's done really good. Second place in all these hour trade rush competitions. Second place in our practice arena, which is crazy because that has every user in BullRush in it. And look, while we're talking, we just got another 28 people. We're up to 84,738. So just another 28 people joined BullRush while we were on this live stream in the past. What's it been, 10 minutes of live streaming? Yeah, about 10 minutes of live streaming. So that's really, really great. Let me make sure. See. Sorry, I got notifications. All right. Just want to make sure it wasn't anybody on the live chat here telling me that the sound was off or something. I want to make sure we don't have any technical difficulties. But yes, so make sure you go here and check that out. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, let's go over prop first. So with prop right now, before I even get into it, I just want you guys to know we have a 30% off discount. This is going to be our biggest discount ever. This is our launch discount. So we're letting you guys test out these challenges and check out BullRush Prop, the best prop firm on the planet, for 30% off. This is going to be our biggest discount ever. So make sure you take advantage of that. You have until May 31st to take advantage of that 30% off discount. Look at our beautiful new homepage. We'll get into sports in a little bit after I talk about prop, but just look at that beautiful graphic. Shout out to Neil and our graphics people, Bosco and Marco. So here, real A-book prop trading. If you don't know what A-booking is, essentially in prop firms, there's two different ways that prop firms fund you, right? There's B-book and there's A-book. 99.99999% of people who are trading with prop firms other than BullRush are B-booked, which means you're essentially trading on a demo account or not a live account, or your or in other words, your trades are not going to market. With BullRush, we have 4 levels. The third level is B-booked and the fourth level is A-booked. A booking means that we are using a liquidity provider to actually put those trades into market. So that means that if you win, we win, right? Because we're actually doing a true profit split. With the B book, if you win with another prop firm, and let's say you get a $1,000 payout, that trade wasn't ever in the market. So that prop firm just has to pay you $1,000 out of their profits from people buying challenges. So it's not a sustainable model, because obviously if you have a bunch of profitable traders in your prop firm, then you're never going to make any money and you're not going to be able to pay people out. And this is why we see so many prop firms going under and not and denying payouts and changing their rules. We're not going to name any names, but we've seen some big prop firms recently change their rules very drastically, and that's because you guys are just such good traders that you're bankrupting these guys. With us, because once you get to level 4 and we know that you're a good trader and you're not just gambling, we put you into the market, you're A booked, and that means that it's you and us versus the market, as opposed to with a traditional prop firm, or I shouldn't even say traditional prop firm, but as opposed to the prop firms that are out right now, it's you versus the prop firm, because nothing's going to market. So if you win, the prop firm loses. If you bust your challenge account, the prop firm wins. With us, we want you to get to that level 4. We want you to get that payout, because if you get that payout, guess what? That 75-25 split, we're making the 25, you're making the 75, and you actually placed a real trade in the market that made everybody a little bit better off. So let's break it down how it works. So you choose your challenge, prove your edge, pass your evaluation, and get A booked funded. So some really cool things to note here is we're one of the only people that do real A book execution. We're the only platform in the world. So I was saying one of, but we are the only platform in the world with offering a verified path to A booking. Plus, you'll even see which liquidity provider is filling your trades. Right now, it's Forex, but we're in talks to adding a few more liquidity providers. But right now, Forex is our liquidity provider. We have verified trade transparency, so you know who's filling your trades. We're the only platform that gives you full transparency into real verifiable liquidity providers, going back to that Forex comment. Payouts on demand. So this is one of the things that when I'm talking to people, I think people were most excited about is if you get to that A book funded, if you get A booked, so you get to that level 4 and you're A book funded with BullRush, you get payouts on demand. No waiting, fast, flexible access to your profits with lightning fast withdrawals. If you guys have been with BullRush for a while with trading competitions, you know how fast our payouts are, and they are very similar on the prop side as well. We're gonna have the fastest withdrawals here, and the best part is they're on demand. So no, oh, you gotta wait till you make this much on. No, if you made profit, you can withdraw it on demand. Just select it and you'll get it within 24 hours, and most cases within just a few hours. So A book funding, on demand payouts, no rules, and we'll go over into the rules a little bit as I scroll down and tell you a little bit more about it. Like I said, if you have any questions about A booking, just ask me here in the chat. So sustainable and risk managed. Our model is built to last. Transparent, capped risk means we grow with you, not at your expense. So because of our rockstar risks team, we're only growing with you. So like I said before, it's not you versus us, it's you and us versus the market. So as you grow and as you get better, we grow and we get better. Not the opposite. Not, this is something where we can both get better at the same time versus, every other prop firm where if you get better, prop firm ends up worse off, and if the prop firm gets better, then you usually end up worse off because the rules change, people flip things around. Yeah, we've all seen prop firms go from 99% split or 90% split to like a 15% split. That's never going to happen here. Low cost pro level pricing. For being the only firm that allows A booking, we have some of the best priced accounts here. With low pricing on our funded A book accounts, you get a premium trading experience without the premium price, real funding, and real opportunity. This is the only prop firm that makes you a real trader. Every other prop firm, you might as well be playing Mickey Mouse money on a demo account. This is the only prop firm where you're really trading in the market. Real traders, real funding. And might I just say too one more thing. If anybody else says they're A booking, ask who the liquidity provider is. If they cannot provide their liquidity provider, cap, calling a cap. No, no, no. It's not. You know, I would be very hesitant to work with somebody who doesn't provide a liquidity provider and they say they're A-booked. And then, of course, you trade, we got you. With real support, seamless execution, and transparent model built on trust, clear intentions, aligned goals, just a true partnership. We are a partnership. Because we A-book you, it is a partnership to the market. We provide the liquidity, we provide the capital, and you provide the amazing trades and amazing profits. And you know what? We both win. And that's how we stay sustainable, and we built this as a long-term business model. So let's get into also Match Trader and C Trader. If you're not in the United States, you're able to use C Trader, and then anybody else, we can use Match Trader everywhere else. So those are our two next-gen platforms that we use currently. Now let's get into what everybody has been waiting for. Let's talk about these challenges. So like I said, you can select C Trader or Match Trader. They're virtually the same. Nothing much has changed except for the price is a little bit different by about $5, $10. But let's just look at Match Trader. We got $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, and $200,000 challenges. So let's just look what it takes to pass this challenge. Let me make it a little smaller here. Trying to get the whole thing in. All right. So for a $200,000 challenger, really all of our challenges, the rules are essentially the same. The only difference is the price here. But there's 4 levels. So we have level 1, 2, 3, 4. Level 1 and 2 are just challenges. And then level 3 and 4, you are funded. In level 3, you're B booked, and level 4, you are A booked. You're a real trader trading in the market. So for level 1, we want a 10% profit target with no daily drawdown, but a maximum drawdown of 5%. For level 2, we want a 5% profit target, again with a 5% drawdown. Level 3, we want a 10% profit target with, again, a 5% drawdown. And then like we said before, once you're in level 4, you're a real trader. So all you have is the maximum drawdown of 5%, but there's no profit target. If you make 1% profit, hypothetically, you could withdraw that 1% profit and get paid. So with level 4, there is no profit target, just drawdown, and that is a static drawdown, which we'll get to in a sec. So trailing drawdowns for level 1, 2, and 3, similar to futures prop firms, it trails based on the end of day equity. Once you reach 5% profit on the account, it stops trailing. Yes, it stops trailing. And then like I said, for level 4, it's a static drawdown. Again, because it's real money, you're trading with real money, it doesn't make sense to do a trailing drawdown, because that is how, because with trailing drawdown, if you have $100,000 and it's a 5% maximum drawdown, you go down to $97,000. That 5% now gets moved down, shifted down. Level 4, that wouldn't make sense for us, because then you hypothetically just lose 2% every day, and you just lose more and more money, and then you're never going to get a payout. We're going to just lose money. So static drawdown on level 4 and a trailing drawdown on level 1, 2, and 3. Consistency rules. Now for level 1 and 2, there's a 50% consistency rule. For level 3 and 4, no consistency rule. All you have to do is get to that 10% profit target on level 3, and then just become profitable on level 4. Now for leverage, for FX majors, we have a 20-to-1 ratio on leverage, and then all other products will receive a maximum of 10-to-1 leverage. Now for the part that everybody wants to know about and everybody cares. Everybody wants to know about and everybody cares about, and the star of the show here is the payouts. So like I said, level 3, you're only going to get one payout, because once you get your first payout, you hit that profit target and you're going to move on to level 4. So with level 3, if you hit that 10%, what is it? 10%. So with level 3, if you hit that 10% profit target, we're going to give you a 75% split of what you achieved. You can't request the withdrawal, but a withdrawal will be automatically applied to your account once you achieve this profit target. So you don't have to request it. Once you hit that 10%, 75% will be added to your account for you to withdraw. So or it will be added to your account as a withdrawal. So as soon as you hit that 10%, 75% will be withdrawn to your account, and you move on to level 4. Now, if you're in level 3 and you get disqualified, you bust your account, don't worry. We're going to give you a 5% coupon to try again. So you get a 5% coupon, so you get 5% off on your next challenge. Once you hit level 4, like I said previously, there is no profit target. So anytime you make profit, you can request an on-demand withdrawal, and you'll get 75-25 split. So you'll get 75% of whatever profit you make, because you are a real trader trading on the market. You're not with one of these prop firm casinos. And our CEO made a good point. If you're with one of these other prop firms and they're booking you, you're essentially just trading with a casino. Because, again, like I said, they lose if you're profitable. With us, we all win. If you win, we win, and we're all happy. And it's a sustainable model because you're trading actually in the market and you're actually making real trades. And like I said, it's real profits. So there's no reason we would deny you a payout for being profitable in the level 4 funded account. And of course, we have a great affiliate program, fast and regular weekly payouts, and earn commission on every single sale. So make sure you join that commission. So if there's in the chat, if there's any questions you guys have, let me know. I'm going to take a quick pause here before we move on and check all of our channels here and make sure we're getting all of the chats here. Let me just double check. Just check Twitch. I don't know if there you go. All right, we got Twitch up now. All right. Yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions about prop, just feel free to let me know, and I'm happy to answer them. Again, this is huge. Let's go on our Twitter real quick because I just posted it, or we posted this a while ago on Twitter. 30% off. So you're going to get 30% off of all of these challenges. So that means if you buy a $5,000 challenge instead of $45, I think it comes out to $31. Or if you get a $25,000 challenge, it comes out to just under $100, I believe. So make sure you use this code BullRush, 30% off your first challenge all the way until May 31st. This is a huge deal. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and we'll probably never do that deal again. And we're going to hit a quick repost just so the whole Twitter sphere knows what we got going on here. Everything is clear. Thank you. All right, so we'll move on. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and actually, you guys want to hear a news story before? I got 4 news stories. I got a bunch of news stories, so let's go over one of my news stories. Let's go over the first news story in FX real quick, and then we'll move on and talk about sports here. So let's do that. I think that's the best course of action here because we got a lot of news. I don't want to just run through all these news stories at one time. I want to be able to do some news stories, go back to the platform, and so on and so forth. So the first news story, so in a major breakthrough in global trade, the United States and China have finally agreed to dramatically reduce tariffs on each other's goods, signaling a potential thaw in what had become one of the most aggressive trade conflicts in recent history. Under the terms of the agreement, both nations will implement a 90-day tariff truce, slashing reciprocal tariffs by 115 percentage points. The U.S. will cut tariffs on Chinese imports from 145% down to just 30%, while China will drop its tariffs on American goods from 125% to just 10%. So that's real good. So in short, Chinese imports are now only going to be taxed 30%, and American goods will only be taxed 10%. So now you can get those Temu shirts. Now you can get those Alibaba tech stuff. You can get those fake Yeezys, whatever you want to get, the fake Jordans. Get them cheap now. Markets responded immediately. The U.S. dollar gained strength, global stock indices rallied, and investor sentiment sharply improved as fears of a full-scale trade war had eased. The deal is being viewed as a turning point in global economic relations, with hopes that the 90-day window will lead to more lasting trade reforms and economic cooperation between the world's 2 largest economies. Analysts say that this kind of de-escalation not only stabilizes markets, but also offers breathing room for central banks, manufacturers, and supply chains that have been strained by 2 years of tit-for-tat tariffs. While the pause is temporary, its impact is immediate. The 90 days could define the direction of global trade and shape market confidence for months to come. Very interesting there. I know we've had a lot of issues with these tariffs. I know I have a friend, I have a buddy. He had a clothing company, and he, right before these tariffs, the trade war started, he did a big pre-sale on his last clothing drop. And I know he was telling me that once his clothing dropped, and he finished the pre-sale, all these tariffs happened, and I think the price of the t-shirts essentially doubled for him, is what he was telling me. So he had to postpone the pre-sale, because obviously it would just be a major loss if he sold them, because his margins already weren't that great. So he had to pause. He was trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out how to get them over here cheaper. And he was having issues with customers wanting refunds and asking for all, where everything is. And not just that, but we saw, for example, Nintendo was supposed to be releasing their Switch, forgot when, but they moved their Switch release date, their new Nintendo Switch release date, back because of the tariffs and everything like that. And I know a lot of microchips just skyrocketed in price. A lot of different tech skyrocketed in price, and we've had a lot of issues with that. I have a drone. I was trying to buy some drone parts, and those were like 3 times the amount. It was crazy. The drone, I guess all drone parts come from either China or that part of the world, and those were, I had to get some new propellers and stuff. Ended up buying them from a different country, or from ones that were already in America, and I got them cheaper. But yeah, the drone parts were, I think, usually I get them like for a bunch of propellers for like $9-10, and they were like 20 something, 30 something dollars. So it's ridiculous. But hopefully this 90-day window should alleviate some of the struggles from the last few weeks we've had here, and hopefully within the next 90 days we come to a more long-term solution. So now, the moment you've all been waiting for. If anybody has any prop questions, let me know, because now we're going into what we had at SBC. So before I get into this, let me just explain SBC. It's a global summit. They have them all over the world. It's for sports betting. A lot of casinos are there, gambling, things like that. And there we launched our sports picking competitions. They're fantasy sports picking competition. So if you're already a BullRush fan, you know about our trading competitions. They're very similar to our trading competitions, but instead of trading Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, commodities, whatever you're trading, you are placing sports picks. If you're a soccer fan, a football fan, cricket fan, hockey fan, baseball fan, basketball fan, this is for you. You'll be able to enter competitions just like you did for your trading competitions, but the person with the highest returns on their picks wins. So we're going to take a deep dive here. Let's hop in. As always, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Oops. There you go. All right. So, real competitions. BullRush lets you compete in sports competitions for cash prizes. Do you have what it takes? So how it works, you join a competition, just like I said with the trading competitions. You make your picks, predict the outcome of real sporting events, watch the leaderboard. The more accurate your picks are, the higher you rank, and then win prizes and, of course, bragging rights. Pick smarter. Here you can see we got the NBA there. And then how to place picks. Oh, we'll go into that here. So let's hop into this account. If you look up here, we have our trading button and our sports button. There's 2 ways you can enter the sports arena, right? So we have the home page for sports, and we have the home page for trading. Another way to enter it is over here, where you see we have the trading button, and we have single round, tournament, challenge arena, and build your own. And then we have sports, single round, build your own, and place your picks. Place your picks is where you're going to decide what to bet on. Just like how when you go over to Match Trader, you have to have your account up here. So let's join a competition so I can really show you guys how to do this. So we're over here in sports. We got 3 competitions going on right now, so let's check those out. We got the sports launch competition for Major League Baseball. We got our sports launch where you can trade any sport, and then we got our soccer launch. So what do you guys want me to join here? In 10 seconds, I'm just going to pick one. I'll let you guys pick. Sounds good. Let's do sport. Let's do soccer. Sorry. Yeah, soccer. All right. So if we want to do the soccer game, we'll click just like how we would with anything else. We'll click register, click agree and accept, and all of these competitions are free. There's $150 for first place, $75 for second place, and $25 for third place. So free competition, join the competition, and boom shakalaka, we are in the competition. Now just to show you the difference between the competitions and stuff, we'll join the MLB one as well. You know what, let's join all 3 since we're here, so we can really show you the difference between all 3. So now we're in here. Now how do I place my picks? Well, I'm going to go over here to sports, and I'm going to click place picks. Now here, I'm not in any of the account. This is all my accounts, right? So, one moment. So I can also go here and then hit place picks. Having some trouble uploading, but essentially you'd pick your account over here on the left, whichever account you want to join, and then you can select your place. So we're doing baseball, so we'll select baseball, and I can go in here and I can do a money line, I could do a parlay. So I could pick we want the Cubs to win, we will do a parlay here. We want the Pittsburgh Pirates to win, and then I like the Orioles, and I'm a big fan of the Marlins. I think the Marlins could do something here. And then what we got? We got the bet on the Yankees. So we'll do that, and we want to do a parlay. So that's a 2,000. So let's do. We got 50,000 in our account. So let's do, or 100,000. So let's do 50,000 on this parlay. We could win $1.2 million. No active account. Interesting. I wonder. Alright, well, we'll figure that out later. I don't know why it's not working. Should I join this one? Well, you know, essentially how you would do that though is, yeah, you just place your picks here, make sure you're in the correct account up here. We're not in any competition now, and you just hit place your picks. You can also do a straight pick here, and you would just have to decide, okay, I'm going to do 10,000 here, 1 2 3. I'm going to do 10,000 here. That's 1,000. I'll do 5,000 here, and then I'll do this one. I'll do 50, 2 3, and I'll do 5 1 2 3 on the New York Yankees. So now I am wagering all of this to potentially win $189,000. Yeah, very, very cool here. You can also build your own competitions. So similar to the regular sports picking competition, or sorry, similar to our trading competitions, you can pick your own. You can create your own competitions. So if you got some friends that are like, man, I'm a better sports picker. I make the best picks. I am the best handicapper. I make millions of dollars when I sports pick. Start up a competition. Again, just like a trading competition, so you can select the time, create your own name, select duration, and for this, if like for example, if the Super Bowl over here, if you want to do a competition just for the American football for the Super Bowl, select the day of the Super Bowl. If you know it starts at 7 p.m., make the start time for 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. and then just pick 12 hours, and then you can do a sports competition just for that specific event. You can also do public or private. Like I said, if you just want to do you and your one friend, you can do private, have them enter a code, and it will work like that. You can also select your starting balance, so you can start with 1K all the way up to 100K and anything in between. Maximum daily drawdown, so obviously this is if you don't do a 12-hour competition, if you do a few days, you can pick a daily drawdown and then a total drawdown, and then your free entry. And then, yeah, so pick your drawdown, select if it's free entry or paid. So if you guys want to all put $10 on the line, you got to do it in credits. So $10 would be, oops, I did free. So $10 would be 1,000 credits. So right there, 1,000 credits. Of course, if you create your own competition, you can select anywhere from 0 to a 23% rake. So there's the entry fee of 1,000 credits. Our cost, or the platform cost, is 100 credits, and then the creator revenue is 230 credits, and of course we take a 2% fee. Sports products, of course, this is where it gets into the meat and potatoes. Like I said, if you want to do a competition just for the Super Bowl, you can do American football and then pick American football and then select NFL or NFL preseason, or you can even do UFL or NCAA. So if we want to do the Super Bowl, we'll click NFL. And then, of course, you pick your payout structure. So how much do you want to go to first place? We could do 100% to first place and just do one, or we could do, like we said, 75%, 20%, or 15%, sorry, 15%, and then 10%, 10%, and then that gives you 100% distribution. If you don't know math and you accidentally do a little bit more, it'll say 110, and your total must equal to 100%. Or if you go 5 here and you're 95, you got to make it equal 100. So here it'll tell you how much is remaining or how much you're over and your total distribution currently, and you can name your prizes. If you're a handicapper or anything like that, you can go ahead and put excuse me, and you want to give away something that you want to give away, like free entry into your Discord, your course, or something like that, you can enter the prize description here, and create a free competition if there's no prize pool. Make sure you enter your card images, your banner images, and then additional rules. Be aware you can add a link in here as well, so that way that way people can join your Discord, follow you on social media, or any of the above. So that's sports. If anybody else has any questions about sports, let me know. We got build your own, place your picks. You gotta view your dashboard here. So here, just like your trading dashboard, you'll be able to see your number of picks, your last picks results, your pick history in a specific competition. You'll be able to see all of just like your daily over the month if it's a long one, your total percentage return, all of that good stuff. So boom, this popped up. So MLB, this is what we were looking at. So if we want to do MLB here and we want to do this, let's do this parlay for 50,000. I can hit place picks, and I've just placed this parlay. Now I can see my active balance here is 50,000. If I go to my dashboard here, I can see my one pick of 50,000 here to win 852, and of course this hasn't happened yet because the sports haven't happened yet. If you go over here, you can look at the leaderboard and you can see a lot of people are risking a lot of money. So over here we got $581,000 at risk. He probably made a really good trade here and made his money back. And that's why that's happening. So we see we already got 313 people in here. Nobody has disqualified. Nobody's gone to zero. Let's go back here and try to do one of these other picks. So if I go to soccer, it's only gonna, oh, there's no soccer games. Oh, yeah, there is. I can pick any of these. So we're gonna do the Bundesliga, and we're gonna do I love Bayern. I'm a big Bayern fan. I love Dortmund, so we'll do Dortmund, and then we'll do we'll do over 3.5 on the that's total points. We'll do 0.5 on this money line right here, or sorry, point spread right here, plus 0.5 on Stuttgart. That's where I was. Fun fact, that's where I was near. And then we'll do over 3 points here with Frankfurt, and we'll go to parlay, and let's do a good 15K here. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 15,000 here. Place the pick, and then let's go to our all sports one here. And let's do NHL. I picked American football here, sorry. Where's ice hockey? Here's ice hockey. So do ice hockey, and we'll of course pick the Florida Panthers. And how much money we got left? We got 100,000. Well, we're gonna put $100,000 on the Florida Panthers. What is that one? Oh, I did a little bit more. 100 and then 1, 2, 3. Place pick. We're going to do a straight pick on the Florida Panthers here. We can view our leaderboard. Let's see how we do. Sorry. I want to view our dashboard. Yep, now you can see what we're betting 100,000 to win 140,000. We can see that this event is happening yes, Sharon, we do have cricket to bet on actually. So, where is it? We do. I don't see it on here. Let me ask the team, but we should have cricket on here very soon. Yeah, I don't see it on here, but in short, Sharon, yes, we do cricket. I think it might be an issue. I don't know if there's any. I don't watch cricket, so I don't know if there's any cricket games going on right now. But interesting. All right. Well, yes, we do cricket. But essentially, that's how your sports work here. Very simple, very easy to do. And again, you can go back and forth from trading to sports, trading to sports. And your achievements, you should have the update here, your sports and your trading competitions. And then on the right here, you can see your DQ penalty counter. Of course, we still have that. You see your trading competition stats, and you see your sports competition stats, as well as your challenge stats. excuse me, challenge stats, trivia competition stats, and daily trivia stats. Real quick, we do have our Profit Quest competition ending here today. Oh, actually at 12 p.m. So it's actually ending much sooner than, oh, sorry, this is not the current one. Let's look at active, sorry. 5:16. Yes, this is ending at 12 p.m. today. So in about 2 hours. So I'm not going to be able to do the real end, but let's look at who's in the running right now for that $750 prize, that $150 prize, and that $100 prize. We got Karango in first place with 44.54% returns. We got NJOROGE Kamau in second place with only 5.19% behind from first with a whopping 39.36% returns. And then we got Easy in third place with 33.83% returns, 10.71% behind. My recommendation to Easy and even Humility 1949 over there in fourth, because you're all around 10%. Najaru Kamau, you're about 5% behind, but start placing some more trades because this is the time to catch up. Congratulations, you guys. This ends in about 2 hours and 41 minutes. Tournament-wise, we have our Battle of the Bulls right now, which will end in the end of the month on May 26th, actually in 10 days. We are in... we are in round 1, so we still got a lot. Once we get over here to round 2, I'll start announcing the leaderboard for this. And we have our weekend or crypto weekend competition starting, so make sure you hop into that because that's a very big competition. Always love that competition. Yeah, we have our May trading competition as well, still going on. There's only 17 people in this. So the first placer of this is going to win 50% of the 1,500, so $750. Second place is going to get 20% of that prize pool. Third place is going to get 15. Fourth is going to get 10. And fifth is going to get 5% of that prize pool. Only 17 people left, so you really have 5 in 17 chance of winning this competition and winning some prizes. So make sure you hop into this. You have a few more, about half the month left to compete in this competition. This is a really great competition. And now, without further ado, let's hop in to our last few news articles. And while I go through these news articles, if you guys have any questions about what I went over today, about prop firm, about trading competitions, or about sports competitions, please let me know. Let's do a little commercial real quick.
Welcome to BullRush Trading Competitions, where the thrill of trading meets the excitement of competitions. Are you ready to win big cash prizes? Well, come compete with BullRush, where you have the ability on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis to win real cash prizes. At BullRush, we believe that trading competitions should be challenging and rewarding at the same time. You'll join an elite group of traders from around the world as you compete for cash prizes in these daily, weekly, and month-long competitions. We look forward to seeing you there. At BullRush, there's a competition for every skill set as well as every style of trading. We have day trader competitions where you can test your scalping strategies. We have weekly and month-long competitions where you can go and test your swing trading and position holding competitions. We even have news trading competitions where you can test your skills during news events to see if you are a good trader. Additionally, we have multi-round competitions and tournaments where it's a multi-stage where traders get divided into groups and they progress through the different groups until ultimately a champion is crowned in the final round. These last anywhere from 2 rounds to 12-round durations. With BullRush, you're not just joining a trading competition, you're joining a community. We foster a great competitive environment through our Discord channels, through our YouTube videos, and even through live chat features within the dashboard. And don't just trade once. Our unique XP score system allows you to grow at your own pace through our unique tracking mechanism, where you earn points for anything you do in the system, from logging in to answering daily trivia to competing in competitions. Of course, if you win the competitions, you get more XP and you grow as a trader throughout that process. So are you ready to take your trading to the next level with BullRush? Click the link to join now and start winning cash prizes.
All right, we're back. Let's close this one off on a banger. Let's get the last few news stories going. Like I said, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, hop in that live chat. And I might just do a giveaway if you guys start interacting. So, India's foreign exchange reserves have posted their first weekly decline in over 2 months, a sign of shifting dynamics of global capital flows and currency positions. According to the Reserve Bank of India, the country's forex reserves fell by $2.06 billion for the week ending in May 2nd, 2025. This marks the end of the 8-week run of steady gains that have been driven by robust foreign inflows and a stronger rupee. Analytics to a combination of factors behind the pullback, Analysts point to a combination of factors behind the pullback, including volatility in global currency markets, evolving trade agreements, and adjustments in reserve currency allocations by central banks worldwide. The dip also coincides with broader international trends. A recent report highlighted that the U.S. dollar dominance in global forex reserves is slowly declining as countries like India continue to diversify holdings across euros, yuan, and gold. Despite the decline, economists view the correction as modest and in line with seasonal rebalancing. India's total reserves remain above $610 billion, providing a solid buffer against external shocks. India's forex position remains strong, but this week's data is a reminder of how quickly reserve trends can shift with tides of global trade and currency sentiment. In the world of crypto, in the next story, in the world of crypto, Bitcoin is holding its ground, long-term confidence is growing, and XRP is making a powerful move of its own. So let's dive into crypto real quick. First up, Bitcoin is maintaining its position above 100K mark, trading around 103,741 as of today, May 16th. While the price is facing resistance around 105,000, analysts say the market is showing remarkable resilience. Some suggest we're simply in a period of consolidation, waiting for a new catalyst to spark the next leg of the rally. And there's more fuel for the bulls. Bitcoin's illiquidity supply has now crossed 14 million coins. This means more BTC is being locked up in long-term holdings, a trend analysts see as a major vote of long-term holdings, a trend that analysts see as a major vote of confidence for investors. On the altcoin sign, if you guys have been listening, I'm a big fan of XRP. So XRP is surging, climbing to a whopping $2.65 this week. The rally is being fueled by regulatory victories and growing buzz over a potential XRP exchange trade fund. Market watchers now see a run towards $2.85 by June, with some even predicting a breakout to $5.50 by the end of the year if momentum continues. This would be huge. I'm very bullish on XRP and very bullish on Bitcoin, obviously. With Bitcoin's foundation strengthening and XRP gaining steam, crypto markets are showing a sign of renewed conviction. Whether we're on the edge of another bull run or just catching our breath, one thing is clear: long-term holders are here to stay in the game. There's a lot of retail holders popping in and out of the markets, causing this volatility. But in all, especially with this, what did I say? How many million? With the 14 million coins, so 14 million coins as $100,000, it's a lot of money. 14 million coins are being locked up in long-term holdings. That just means that long-term investor sentiment is there to stay. Let's see what Terrace Ford Best has to say. Good morning, BullRush family. How are you, Davin? Just getting back from taking my daughter to school. Thank you for the bottom of my heart for the video call yesterday. It was a great vibe. Exciting to see you and Trent. I'm going to organize a visa because I'm going to fly there for the next expo. Sounds great, man. I'd love to see you there. Yeah, sounds great. Anytime you're in Florida, let us know. We'd love to see you. And it was great having you on the call. Like I said, we did a little sneak peek of our expo that we did over there at SBC Summit in Fort Lauderdale. And one of the people that joined was Master Terrace Ford Best. and he is one of our star players on BullRush. He is the GOAT on Discord. I think everybody in Discord, over 2,000 people on Discord, always look forward to Master Terrace Forward Best's analysis, and I look forward to it every day, and I'm glad I got to meet you and talk to you and your daughter. It was really great talking to you. I appreciate it, and I can't wait for the next one. We'll do another live stream on Instagram soon, and you know what? I'll reach out to you. I'll talk to you on the side, because maybe we can have you come into this live stream next Friday or the following Friday. I'd love to do that as well. So DM me on Discord, and I'd love to get you on this live stream as well. And just remind me on DMs, and we'll talk about it, and we'll get it set up. Because you're great, and I'd love to get some analysis from you live on this live stream. So, last news article. So this is very interesting. I guess not fun for people on Coinbase, but one of the world's largest crypto exchanges is under fire this week. So Coinbase has confirmed a massive cyber attack that could cost the company over $400 million. According to the company disclosure, customer account data was compromised in a sophisticated security breach that investigators say involved bribed overseas employees. Hackers allegedly paid for internal access, enabling them to bypass multiple levels of security. This marks one of the largest crypto exchange breaches since the FTX collapse, and raises new concerns about platform security at a time when digital assets are seeing growing institutional adoption. Coinbase's stock fell sharply in early trading following the announcement, and the company has not yet confirmed how many users were directly affected. Security experts are calling it a wake-up call for the industry, emphasizing the need for tighter employee oversight and more robust internal controls. Regulators are also expected to take a closer look at Coinbase's compliance practices, especially in the light of the growing threat landscape targeting digital finance. With trust on the line, all eyes will be on how Coinbase handles customer remediation and whether this breach leads to stricter regulations across the crypto industry. As far as the stock, one thing I'll say is, typically when something like this happens, whether it's a terrorist attack, whether it's if a plane goes down, the day after a plane crash is the best time to fly, because I tell you what, they're triple checking all security. Same thing with this. Coinbase right now is probably a good time to buy it. We'll wait a little bit, see how they respond to this and how they handle the customer stuff, but as long as they, do all the correct remediations with customers and fix up their security breaches, it'd be a good time to buy Coinbase stock right now, because I guarantee you they're going to be they're going to have one of the tightest securities out there. If there's no other questions from you guys, I've had a great live stream here. It's good to be back. Make sure you use this promo code here. Let me pop it up on the screen again. Make sure you use code AMA. Make sure you use this code 30% off. Go to bullrushprop.com, or I think it's prop.bullrush.com, or just go to bullrush.com and click on the prop firm or prop trading and join, and use code bullrush to get 30% off on your next prop firm challenge. Like I said, that is the biggest discount we'll probably ever do, and it's a one-time discount, so make sure you hop in there. Master Terrace Forward Best. DM me on either Instagram, Twitter, or on Discord. Discord's probably the best, and we'll set something up for next week, because I'd love to get you to do an analysis on our live stream next week. I've had a great time. Don't forget to trade, compete. Don't forget to compete and win. Don't forget to hop in the sports competitions as well. Just look at this picture. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, or go to the main one. Look at this. The game just got bigger. There's nobody else that does this either. Sports picking competitions. At that SBC conference, we saw a lot of sports bettors, all this other stuff. Nobody offers this. So this is just like our prop firm. Nobody else offers a book funding like we do. Nobody else offers the trading the sports picking competitions. So use this code, 30% off with code BullRush. 30% off code BullRush on 5, 10, and 25K accounts. I've had a great time on this. I can't wait till next week. Don't forget to catch us live next week at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend. Have a great trading day. Have a great picking day. And I'll see you next week.